Hello viewers, welcome to my live. So today I'll speak about the great news of care worker visa. It's a great move from the government, the Home Office, the immigration and visa that they added care worker visa in shortage occupation list. Now, this is a great move because the Migration Advisory Committee recommend the Home Office and the government the shortage of care worker in the UK, and accordingly, the Home Office decided to move shortage occupation list the post for care worker visa. Now, in this video, I'll speak today what are the requirements, how someone can get care worker visa, for who this visa is basically for, whether individual can bring the care worker visa or any institution, business establishment, care home or hospital. What are the requirements? What is the difference between skilled worker visa and if the care worker visa route is added to the shortage occupation list? So if you are interested, if you want to know more about the procedure, how we can make application, what are the legal requirement, what you need to satisfy, please stay with me and watch this video until I finish. So let me start with why the government moved. Now, first of all, following the Brexit, the Home Office, all the institutions, especially the health and care sector, following the Brexit and again the COVID, which many care worker resigned from job, many left this country, many because of the risk involved and the restriction, and because of the overall situation, the care home are struggling to recruit staff from UK locally. That's the main reason the Migration Advisory Committee realized that the need for care worker, and accordingly they recommend that to added the care worker in the shortage occupation list. The main implication of shortage occupation list is because once the post is added to a shortage occupation list, then automatically 20 point the applicant will get extra, and especially for care worker, this is in health worker health and care worker visa, because this is have some advantage. For example, the applicant doesn't need to earn NHS fee, the applicant doesn't need to pay only half of their home office fee, in certain circumstances even free. So in addition to do that, I will speak today the details requirement of care worker visa, although the fully this route will come into fully operation on end of this month or in February. However, the requirement is overall is same. So in this video, I'll move to the slideshow in a minute, and then you will see what are the requirements. So as it says, it's a care worker visa. It is added to the shortage occupation list, but still this is a skilled worker work permit route under point-based system. So in this video, I'll speak today what are the legal requirements, how someone can satisfy. So first requirement, if you come to the UK in care worker visa, what you need to satisfy first is anti requirement. That means you must make a valid application to the Home Office, either from UK or outside the UK. You must provide your passport or travel document, you must provide your fingerprint, you must pay the correct immigration fees. So immigration fee means the Home Office fee. This is the entry requirement. The second one you must have is a certificate, to depend where you are applying from. If you are applying from outside the UK, you must obtain one. Now the point requirement, this is very important. As I said, this is a point-based system because the tier 2 used to be a work permit visa. currently this is the point based system where if anyone want to come to the UK in a skilled worker visa, he must achieve 70 point. Now this is a mandatory for every applicant need to satisfy 70 point. Now first 50 point which is mandatory, as I said, that if you get a sponsor from any employer, UK employer, so basically as a care worker you have to get a sponsor from any care home or any company who provide care, adult care. So so this types of sponsorship you will get. So you need to contact with a company or with a care provider company in the UK, or you need to contact with a care home, and many care home have license from the Home Office. And what they will do, they will give you a certificate of sponsorship that will confirm you 20 point. Then as I said, the appropriate skill level jobs. So your job is just, of course, a care worker, not only a skill level job, it's a shortage occupation listed job. So you'll get 20 points from that section. And then of course you need to satisfy the Home Office that you have an appropriate level of English. So you need to provide B1 certificate to your application, and you'll get 10 points from this. So these are the 50 points. First I said that from a sponsorship you will get 20 points. From a appropriate skill level job you will get 20 points, and you will get from English language certificate you will get another 20 points. And then you need to satisfy only 50. So you got 50 points which is come from mandatory section. You need only 20 points. Now as I said, your job, care worker job, is a shortage occupation listed occupation, and accordingly, because of this care worker route is listed as a shortage occupation list, and from there you will get another 20 points. That means you got total 70 point. Now these are the 70 point which is called point requirement. In addition to that, we also need to consider the salary requirement. So that is what you don't need to satisfy, but the care home that your employer will pay you total 20,480 pound currently. So that is the amount he need to pay, because in shortage occupation list the salary requirement is 20,480. This is not much actually. So any care home worker earn more than this so far I know. However, this is the minimum requirement. So salary requirement. And then financial requirement, you don't need to pay any money to anyone. This is very important, because I see when any issue come from any news comes, student visa or say work permit, some middlemen start doing some fraudulent business. So be careful. Financial requirement doesn't mean, as I'm saying, that you need to pay some money to anyone. What the financial requirement is you must have enough maintenance. You must have enough maintenance to your accounts, so that you can maintain yourself. Now maintenance have a different requirement. So if you apply within the UK or if you apply outside the UK. Now if you apply within the UK, and if you are in the UK for more than 12 months, or you are in the UK for 12 months, you don't need to show the maintenance. Okay, so this is the first. But if you are in the UK less than 12 months, then you must have maintenance for 28 days, which is 1,270 pounds. So that's what is the maintenance requirement. And you need to provide a bank statement with your application, and the bank statement must not be older more than 31 days. So that is what the requirement is. Now if you are applying from outside the UK, then what you need to satisfy is again, you must have that amount equivalent currency on your home country. So 1,270 pound you must have. And last requirement is criminal record certificate. Now this is you need to provide a criminal record certificate from your home country I think you are not watching from this. Let me move this and it will give you an access. So criminal record certificate, know who are in the UK. So this is the last bit. Yeah, criminal record certificate is basically is from wherever you live in the country. So you need to obtain a certificate from the your local police station, or if your country where you are watching my video, if you where you will apply, if there is system to get a police record. So that's what you need to obtain. So this is what is the police certificate you need to provide. So basically what the overall requirement is, you need to make a valid application. Okay, so what the eligibility requirement is, it is a point based system. You must achieve 70 point from your overalls, and as I explained, what are the basic requirement, and what are the from which sources you will get the points. So as I show you before, I'll show you specifically again the home office chart is a table from the home office which will show you exactly from which point, from what you will get this 70 points. So these are the point, as I see, I believe you are watching. So the 70 point come from if from your sponsors. From your sponsor, you see the first three is mandatory. First three is mandatory. So from the sponsor letter you will get 20 point. So if a care home give you a sponsor letter, they will offer a job and they will give you a certificate of sponsorship. From that care home letter that they will offer you a job as a care worker, and you will get 20 points from this. And in this job, of course it is a appropriate skill level job. As I say, it's not only appropriate, it's a shortage occupation listed job, so you'll get 20 point here, you 20 point. And you need to provide B1 certificate again, so you'll get 50 point. This is the mandatory. And as I said, this is a great move, significant move from for the government to put the care worker in shortage occupation list. And because of this, you will get tradable 20 points. So you got the 70 point, and you will get your visa to come to the UK as a care worker visa. One thing you need to remember, that although you satisfy the eligibility requirement, you satisfy everything, you got the trivial certificate, you got the criminal record certificate, you satisfy the financial maintenance requirement, but still the home office may refuse your application if the home office find that you was in the UK and breach of an immigration law, or you made an application from outside the UK for anti-clearance visa, however you use a fraudulent document. So if this is the case, then home office will or the home office have authority to refuse your application. Now based on a recent experience, I heard in the news that in Bangladesh, 19 students, they made an application through a consultancy agency, and they used some fraudulent document on the same certificate, most probably in every applicant's files, and the Home Office, the High Commission in Dhaka, banned all 19 students for 10 years. So if you made an application, use any fraudulent document, very careful, you could be banned for longer, for your 10 years time, and even if not even more than 10 years in practice. So what you need to do, what you can do, if you are in the UK or if you're outside the UK, then what you need to do, find a job. So this is very important. I think what many people will struggle to find a right source. Now, especially from people from Asian community, they are less involved in care home, less involved in as a care worker, because from my experience, I have lots of clients, and I see many people from Africa, especially Ghana, Nigeria. They basically work in Ghana. They have good business. Bangladeshi people do business on Indian restaurant, Bangladeshi restaurant, but African people I saw, they have lots of care homes, the lots of care company provide adult care. Now they have a good position. Now if you, wherever you are from, what you need to do, if you want to work in this sector, you need to contact with the care home, you need to contact with the care provider, because the employer will be your care home, employer will be the company who provide the care. Some of the company have already license, so they don't need to make an application to get license from the home office, so they can straight away issue a card to you and you can get this job. If not, they have license. Now government advising and they encouraging to the care home company to apply for the sponsor license, and then it will be easily recruit foreign worker. But this is something not with you as an applicant, this is something what the company will deal with. What you need to do, if you want to come to the UK and as a care worker visa, or if you want to switch, if you are on a student visa, and if you want to switch on work permit, care work as a care worker visa, this is a great opportunity. What you need to do, prepare a CV, contact your local care home, thousands of care home in the UK, thousands of care company who are struggling to recruit care worker. You can send your CV and show your interest, request them that I'm happy to work with you for 5 years or more, and then you will get if they're happy based on your information, based on your CV, they will give you a sponsor license, and then you can make this application. Now as I said, that UK is struggling for not only health sector or care sector, in every sector, in business, recruiting people, because of the COVID as well, and because of the Brexit, many workers left UK. And now this sector is collapsed. Now this sector is struggling to recruit people locally. That's why government is very flexible, because since quite long time period, the care worker was not in shortage occupation list. What is actually shortage occupation list? As I explained, some of the profession like scientists, engineering, doctor, nurses are short in the UK. So they always rely on foreign workers. So care worker is one of them, is shortage occupation list. So in shortage, if your job is in shortage occupation list, you will get a lot of advantage. For example, your salary don't need to be £25,600. If you come in the UK as a baker and or as a butcher or as a chef or any other profession manager, as a skilled worker, you must earn £25,600. But if you come in the UK in a job which is shortage occupation list, you don't need to earn 25,600 pound. What you need to do you need to earn only 20,480, which is basically is not much. Even if you get little bit more than the minimum wages, you can make this money. And once you the other advantage is especially for care worker visa, you don't need to pay any NHS fee. Now NHS fee is a huge amount of money. The currently around, if you come in the UK for 1 year care worker, any skill worker, you need to £630 most probably. You need to pay the NHS fee. Now care worker visa, how long, the question is how long you will get visa for work permit, and whether you can settle in the UK. Now this question is, yes, you can. I will give a couple of questions in relating to, yes, you can come in the UK for highest 5 years in care worker visa. The first, it actually depend on your employer. So if your employer offer you a job which is for 5 years, you'll get 5 years care worker work permit. And after 5 years, you will apply for settlement, which is indefinite leave to remain. Once you get settlement, after 1 year of settlement, you can apply for British nationality. So if your employer issues certificate of sponsorship for 3 years, you'll get 3 years visa, and then you can also extend it for further 2 years. and again you can switch to apply for ILR, and in finally in a British nationality after 1 year. So this route basically is very good and a good choice if you can, if you can manage get a job from a care home. Now there is a very serious concern and misconception. I do a live TV show on NTB every Tuesday 5:30 from 5:30. Many people call me and ask me, especially our older generation people. I want to bring my nephew to look after me. I want to bring my brother look after me. I want to bring niece look after me. I want to bring my cousin to look after me. What is the care worker visa? Now, this is a misconception. An individual can't bring, a family can't bring a care worker for a domestic care worker. So this is not a domestic care worker route. This is a route is basically for a company. So if a company basically want to hire, then, or if a care home want to hire, can hire. So if you want to look after yourself or your family or your uncle or your dad, you can't bring it. So what you need to satisfy, what you need to do now, many people will are in confused. Many people are confused whether this is a domestic care worker or it is a care worker for hospital or care home. So this route is not a domestic care worker route. This route is basically for a company, for a care home, for NHS, for those company who provide care. They can hire worker, those for their residents in their care home. Or if the company provide a home care service, for example, many aged people, they receive a care from individual who come home and they look after them for 1-2 hours from local authority, from somewhere. So these types of company can hire a carer from you overseas and provide care. Now, if you have even the money, if an individual and if he needs someone to look after him, because care is very expensive in the UK, you can't bring your niece, you can't bring your brother, you can't bring your relatives to look after you. So the reason I'm making awareness, because so that you know that you as an individual, you cannot hire or you cannot recruit, you cannot bring a care worker for your domestic care. What if you specifically, if you know someone, for example, you have a brother or you have a son or if you're a daughter in Bangladesh or anywhere, and you want him bring, maybe you can talk with the care provider, maybe you can talk with the care home, if that in this is a different, but you can't bring, only the company businesses can bring the care worker. So this is also important. And as I said, that this is a great route. You can switch to in future ILR and naturalization. Now another important issue, now this route will be for, as I said, only for 12 months. So this route will be open for 12 months. Excuse me. And then after that, that route will be closed. So whoever want to come to the UK, you need to come as soon as possible, because after 12 months, maybe they will remove it from the from shortage occupation list, and then you will not able to make any application. Right. So, and I'll speak about a little bit more after a short break. Right, thank you very much. I'll take many people. I see a lot of people ask me many questions. So I'll take question now. If you have any question, please feel free to leave a comment on my live video. I'll start from first question. Cream Belkacem. Now, is my case considered as a voluntary departure or forced departure? I don't understand your question. So if you can ask me your correct question, I'll give you answer. Sorry, it might be my mistake. And next question is, I was accompanied to the airport by 250-year lady and gentlemen. Yes, this is also in command. Sorry, I don't understand your question. If you clearly write your question, I'll try to give you answer. Next question: can you please give us example of company that are willing to sponsor people to work as a carer? Yes, I'll tell you. If you Google care home in the UK, you will get thousands of care home, thousands of care company who provide care. So you need to contact with them. But remember, you shouldn't contact with an agency, an individual, to pay some money to buy a sponsorship. This is illegal. You will not get visa. And if any stage, if the home office understand it or find it, your visa will go, care home license will be suspended as well. So you need to be understand this is not something you can buy or something you can do. As I said, you need to provide your CV to the care home provider, and they will able to help you. Next question, Muhammad Sah. Hello, sir. Can someone one can do care job while only get permission under? Yes, this is a very important question. Thank you, Mr. Shah. Now, this is a great opportunity for asylum seeker to work, because this is very important question and issue raised, Mr. Shah. Thank you, Mr. Shah. This was in my mind to give address in this live video, but somehow it's gone out of my mind, so I cannot tell this. Now, those asylum seeker who are in the UK, if they spend 1 year after make this application, if they don't get that decision of their asylum claim, they can make an application or make the request to the Home Office to give them work permit. Now, many asylum seekers get the work permit. However, the problem is they cannot work because their work permit issued only shortage occupation list. So, any asylum seeker, until their final decision, if they get a temporary work permit, they can work only shortage occupation list. But shortage occupation list, all skilled, very highly skilled, doctor, nurses, engineer, scientist. That's why they cannot work. Now, because of the care worker job, this job added to shortage occupation list, in that case, this is a great opportunity. All the asylum seeker who have permission to work, they can work now as a care worker. So, and they will earn a very good money. So I think this is a great move, and it's a great opportunity for those asylum seeker who has a right to work on shortage occupation list. You can now work. I think Muhammad Shah, you got your answer. Yes, if you have permission to work in a shortage occupation list, now you can work as a care worker. Okay, I asked to return to Algeria as soon as possible and my own return prepared flight ticket. If you, well, I think it looks like your asylum claim probably refused, and that was the issue. I'll come back to you. Okay, hello sir, why don't respond my any question in your inbox? Actually, Amaya Nusrat, thank you for your concern. Actually, I don't had opportunity to look into the inbox quite long time. That's the reason. So if you have any question, please give me a ring in my office and speak to any of my colleague, and they will refer me, or you can call the number appear on the bottom of the line, scrolling line. You can call this number anytime and I'll give you answer. Next question: what about someone who is already unpaid cover of British citizen in UK without any status? Unpaid carer of British citizen. Well, if you don't have right now, if you don't have visa, it's not help actually, even although you providing care to a British citizen. However, Mr. Raja Shahid Ali, I don't know whether you watch this. Around last year, I think up to July, there was an opportunity for those carer who provide care to a British citizen. There was an opportunity that you or the carer who provided care to the British citizen, they can make an application under Zambrano route. So that's what was applicable for you, and you will get a 5 years visa under EU law. That was an opportunity. This is called Zambrano Carer. I don't know whether you made this application, but in current care worker visa is not a suitable those who have unpaid carer, because this route is for company, is not an individual. As I said, the domestic carer can domestic is not a domestic carer. This is a care home, NHS, the care company for them. Amaya Jannat, how can I apply for healthcare visa in Bangladesh? Yeah, so as I said, if you live anywhere, first you need to get a work a sponsor from any care home or any care company. Once you get from a sponsorship, then you can apply from Bangladesh. So Sister Amaya Nusrat, you first need a sponsor from any care company, and then what you can do, you can prepare your CV, send it to a care company, a care home, and they will have a look. And then if they're satisfied, if they're happy, then you will get a work permit visa, care home visa. Good luck for you. Ghana, I'm watching from Ghana. Thank you very much, Francis Osaya Agimeng. I have a client. His name is Agimen, and I don't know whether I'm telling that correctly pronounced. I have plenty of Ghanaian clients, and they're from Ghanaian community. They're very good people, and no problem. Thank you very much. You were watching from Ghana. Next question. Next question is, if you get married to a Philippines wife, can she come to England to live with me? Well, Mark Warrington, thank you very much, Mr. Warrington, for your question. Yes, if you get married a Philippines wife, you can bring in the UK, but you need to invite her to come to the UK as a spouse. So there is certain requirement you need to satisfy. So 4 requirement. If anyone want to bring non-EU or currently EU spouse in the UK, they need to satisfy some requirements. So your wife must pass English language test B1. You must earn £18,600. You must have a house to provide accommodation to her. So you need to provide bank statement. You need to provide your proof of your earnings, so payslip for 6 months. And you provide a marriage certificate. So these are the 4 mandatory requirements. If you can satisfy, then a Philippines wife can come to the UK. But you need to make an application. You need to provide evidence of 4 requirements: accommodation requirement, English language B1 certificate, financial requirement £18,600 you must earn, and your marriage certificate, which is the relationship requirement. Thank you, Mr. Mark Warrington. Thank you, sir. Ajra Samia, Assalamu alaikum, Baya, my little sister. I hope you're fine. Thank you for watching. Hope you are fine. Alhamdulillah. I'm a husband of Shishir. Oh, okay. Thank you, brother. I want to know if I get a Portuguese resident and if someone give me work visa from London, so can I move to the UK? Of course, you can come, and if your family can come, Lashkar, brother, you can call me my private number anytime. No worry. You don't need to ask me question on Facebook because Shishir is my younger sister. Anytime you can give me a ring. Ask Shishir, probably she have my number details, so you can give me a ring. Yes, so I think brother Loshkar asked me a very good question. So if someone get work permit like care worker visa, will they able to bring their dependent? The question answer is yes. So if someone come to the UK on care worker visa, they can bring their dependent in the UK as well, and dependent also will able to work full time. So who are the dependent? Your husband, your spouse, your wife, your children under 18. So they are all dependent on you. So you can bring your dependent in the UK. So brother Loshkor, if you get a work permit from the UK, you can bring Shishir in the UK as well, and your son. Inshallah, we will welcome you to you. Next question. Raja. Okay, next question. Thanks a million for reply, sir. Yes, I did only apply that and got acknowledgement. Brilliant, Raja Shah. Maybe you have a good chance. We are still waiting. We made also hundreds of application, but still we are waiting for the decision from Court of Appeal in Zambrano application. Next question. Do Home Office consider your private life in UK if you have lived for here 20 years while you have asylum claim pending? Of course, 20 years, if you spend in 20 years in the UK, you can get leave to remain. You will can claim leave to remain on the basis of 20 years you spent. There are 4 circumstances, which is Article 8, private and family life. Someone can claim. If someone spent under 18, spent 7 years. If someone spent half of their life under 25, if someone spent 20 years in the UK, if someone can prove that he will face significant obstacle, then he can claim leave to remain. So these are the 4 circumstances under the human rights someone claim leave to remain. So Kwama Bonso, you can get leave to remain, I think. And also you can make an application and book a premier service, pay £800 by one day, you will get your leave to remain. In advance, congratulations. I hope you will get. I do sympathize for you spent quite long time, 20 years in the UK. I pray to God and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept you and make settle in the UK. Okay, seems he doesn't know or exist by then. Thank you. And then next question. Dear sir, I have wrong date of birth and name between UK my Iraq. I'm a British citizen. I have 2 kids. Can I get British citizen for them? I'm in Iraq. Thank you. I have wrong date of birth and my name between UK and my Iraq. Well, if you have a children, it's no problem. If you have a children, you can, if you can prove that they're your children, you can make them British. What you need to do, you need to just do a DNA test. If you are a British citizen, you have a name different than your name in another country, in your in country in Iraq. This is not an issue. This is no problem. You can do a DNA test, and that will give you proof that your relationship with your child, and you can apply for British citizenship. Now, this is very important. You shouldn't spend more time. Okay, you should make this application as soon as possible. So what you need to do, the law is under the Nationality British Nationality Act 1981, Section 1. It says, subsection 4, if you are a British citizen and if your children born anywhere in the world, they are British, they are directly British citizen, you can apply for British passport for them. So what you need to do, you need to first do a DNA test, and then you need to make an application to the High Commission of your home country, and then you will get a passport. It doesn't matter what record have in Iraq. You are a British citizen, that is your proof. You can do DNA test and prove your relationship, and they will get British passport. Thank you. Okay, brother, Cream Balkan. Actually, you write me question, and I exactly not getting. So, give me a ring. This I'll give you short advice. My number appeared on the screen. Give me a ring, and I'll speak with you, because you write me line by line in many half line, and that doesn't make sense to me. So, if you give me a ring, I will give your answer, inshallah. Okay, give me a ring. But if I have been granted 8 UK visa, so before, without any overstay. June 2016, I was put in detention for 15 days in then what is your question next? So that's what is a bit difficult. Please give me a ring and then I will. Okay. I stay 7 days in detention and asked to get back my country on my own period return flight. Give me a ring, I'll speak with you. So viewers, thank you very much who watched this video today. Today I spoke about the care worker visa. 24 December, the government change the shortage occupation list, means they added a new job for shortage occupation list, which is care worker visa. Now, care worker visa wasn't in shortage occupation list. That means there is a great opportunity for people who want to come to the UK, or who, especially students who are in the UK. Now there is another source where they can get easily work permit, and there is a less requirement on salary threshold. You need to show only 20,480 pound, and also there is no NHS fee. So what you need to do, you need to contact with the care homes, you need to contact with the local authority, you need to contact with the care provider company, send your CV, ask them to give you a job, and you will get a sponsor from them. Once you get a certificate of sponsor, you can make an application to the home office, subject to satisfy the other requirement. What is the other requirement? You need to pass the English language test, so you'll get 50 point. Salary sponsor certificate will explain how much salary, 20,480 pounds, that will give you 70 point. So you are eligible. Then if you can provide the proof of maintenance, you must have 1,270 pound in your account for 28 days, unless you are in the UK for last 12 months or more than 12 months. And if you make this application from outside the UK, same maintenance requirement. You also need to provide a certificate, a criminal record certificate from your home country if you are not in the UK for more than 10 years. So wherever you live, last 10 years, you need to provide a criminal record certificate. So these are the required document you need to provide. And if if the home office find you satisfy all the requirement, you are eligible for 70 point, you will get visa for at least 5 years, highest 5 years, but it depends your sponsor, how long they offer you job. If they offer you job certificate of sponsor for 5 years, you will get 5 years visa, and after 5 years you will eligible to apply for ILR, mean indefinite leave to remain, or you will be eligible for, after 1 year of your ILR, you will be eligible for British nationality. By this time, when you got your skill work permit from work permit visa, you can bring your dependent, means spouse, your husband, your wife, or if your partner, or if you have any children under 18, if they are dependent on you, you can bring them as well. So this is a great move. Thank you very much, all of you who watch my video. Please subscribe my channel, because I regularly every weeks upload some immigration update, family update. So if you want to know different opportunity, please subscribe my channel and share in your profile for the benefit of others. This is all for today. See you next time.